Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, we have already come. 'Twas grace that brought us safe thus far, and grace will lead us home. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we'd first begun. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Hello, fellers. Hello. How y'all doing? And we're coming at you today with a little bit of something different. For those of you that don't know, Miss Sabine Davis passed away, and if it hadn't have been for Sabina, I wouldn't be on the internet, to be honest. And but we got some guests though, and I'm going to bring them up on the stream. We have Tennille, who I've known forever, and we've got B, and we got. Can you ladies hear me? Can you ladies hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I can hear you. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, can you see the chat? I know it's a little bit weird, but we have. That's what I was saying is that we've pretty much got Sabina to thank for my ass in particular being on the internet. The first time I ever streamed was with Sabina. And
Right.
I'll never forget it. I was so nervous. And she just walked me through it. And she was like, "You're going to go somewhere, one of these days, girl. You're going to, you can do it." She always had so much faith in me, and I won't never forget that. So,
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that live stream, and she was always so encouraging to me too.
mm-hmm,
I wouldn't have a channel. I wouldn't have met none of you wonderful people who are
mm-hmm,
really important to me.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, she got us all together.
Yeah.
I remember that live stream too when she introduced Belinda.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep. That's,
Absolutely, with your black background curtain.
yeah.
yeah,
Those of you that don't know, in the chat, we've got, looks like about 60, 70 people in the chat. I'm going to say hello to them. We got Miss Mouthy. We got Abla Camilla. We got Hemlock T. Some people have been here a long time that know and remember Sabina. And we got Shadow Hair. We got Four Wick Candle. We got Lyra, Crystal. Let's see, Marie, Dropfoot. Let's see, Brandy, Keisha. Hey, Keisha, how you doing? Vanessa, how are you? So, for those of you in the chat, Deans, remember Miss Sabina. She was
she's
a,
just my 2 cents. Yeah,
just my
people are
two
asking who
cents.
was he. Just
Yeah,
my 2 cents. She's a reaction channel called Just My 2 Cents.
yeah, and I've got the channel and I'll link it because I know that once you see it, you'll remember. Now she was an Amber Lynn reaction channel, right? Like mostly,
Yes.
like she stayed on
Yeah.
Amber Lynn's ass.
She
Yeah,
did.
she got into Chantel there for a little while, but yeah, she was mostly an Amber Lynn reaction because I think she just couldn't help herself. She had to say something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She really stayed on Amber Lynn, and she's the one that got me into Amber Lynn and Hater Nation and Girl World and all that, and but so Sabina was from Germany and she was living in Germany, and Tennille was telling me earlier that she lived with her sister, and sadly her sister passed away like a week before Sabina
Yeah,
did.
yeah. So her family had a great tragedy, and this was just after their parents had been put into long-term care. So
Mm,
they had several tragedies, just one after another. Her family did.
yeah, that's sad. But her daughter Sarah has a GoFundMe set up, and I've linked that in the chat as well. It looks like she has met her goal, so don't feel pressured or anything to donate. But if you want to, I mean, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? B, where'd you go? B's in the damn
She's in the
chat.
comments now. She
She can
couldn't read
read.
the comments, so yeah, she she jumped off. I think there's
I
an
see.
option, B, that you can see the chat while you're up here. I think I'm watching the chat on my phone because it's
Oh,
just
are you?
easier for
Yeah.
my blind self to do that.
Yeah. Let's see. I was trying to look through her channel and see if I could find a video.
Oh, I loved it when she did the weather for you on Hater Nation. That was
Oh yeah.
fantastic.
Oh yeah. That was good. That was good. Um, she did a long time ago. She did a video for me about Appalachia too, and I can't find it for nothing.
Well,
Hey, Brandy.
she was notorious for erasing her videos.
Yes.
She when I first found her, see, the way I found Sabina was I was online looking for diet motivation,
Yeah.
inspiration,
Same.
and somehow I fell into the Amberverse, and
Mm-hmm.
there was Sabina, and she was like this cool voice of reason in
Mm-hmm.
this madhouse community that was focused around this woman. And I was like, what in the hell's going on here? And I saw, a few
Mm-hmm.
different reactions, and was like, well, I can see why people are reacting to this. It does cause you to have a strong reaction. And then I found Sabina, and she just had at the time a few reactions on
Yeah.
Amber. The majority of her channel, I think it was like 80 something videos, was just her talking about her life, reflecting on things that she'd done and things that she learned. And she had been married twice previously. She had lived in the United States for 11 years,
Yeah.
and she had a lot of life experience. And so she was kind of sharing her backstory, her past, and kind of using the YouTube videos as kind of a talking therapy type thing. And I found her too, and I started watching her videos. And I had got up into the 70s somewhere, and I couldn't watch anymore because it's at that time that I was watching them, she was going through and deleting them. And later
Yes.
she told me, she said, I was wondering why I couldn't delete number 73. I was like, that's because I was watching it while you were trying to delete it. So I'm so glad I found her when I did, because I got to hear in her own words all of her backstory, but then she quickly deleted all of that and started a new, she wiped the slate clean and started a new campaign, and she changed everything. She put her personal stuff on another channel called Voice in the Chaos, and she kept the Just My Two Cents, which used to be like Sabine Vlogs or Sabine Reacts or something like that.
I think it
She kept
was
that
when
one
she first
channel.
started out. It was Sabina Davis, her name at
Yeah,
first. You
yeah,
know,
yeah. I think you're right.
and you
And yeah,
remember
so I was,
she had me and you do that get to know me stuff. And that's how you and I got to
yeah,
know each other, was 10 questions, I
yeah.
think, or something like that. This has been a long time ago, y'all. And this
Uh-huh.
the
This has
lady,
been
they
four
can't see
years
you.
ago.
They can't see you, Tennille, because I don't want you to be harassed to death by these fucking crazy
Oh,
people.
oh.
Even though you'll tell them to go fuck themselves. But
I might do.
me and Tennille have known each other. Tennille's my longest friend on YouTube. Probably you and Sabina. And Tennille done the weather for me one time. For those of you that don't know, she did the weather for me several times on Hater Nation and did a fantastic job. And I go back through sometimes and I watch them still. The ones that you did, it was so funny.
That was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, you dressed up and everything. It was so fun. But if it hadn't been for Sabina, we wouldn't have met. I don't think there's any way we would have met. But she just brought a lot of us together over here in Hater Nation. It was called Hater Nation at the time.
Generation News Network. That's right.
Hey, Kate H, how are you doing, darling? I ain't seen you in a long time. How you doing, sweetheart? Pink Lava, how are you? I ain't seen Kate in a long time. How you been doing? Hey, Olive Oil, how you doing? Yeah, everybody's met some wonderful people in the last few years, and Sabina was one of the good ones, and it
Oh,
just,
yeah.
this happened so suddenly, and I feel so bad for her family. She just had one daughter, correct? I think just one child,
Yes.
Sarah. Yeah. So I don't know. I just thought it would be nice for us to come together and just talk about her, remember her a little bit. We're not going to be on here too long. I
Yeah.
figured maybe about an
I
hour or
remember.
something like that.
I think of her all the time. She loved the rain, as I do myself. A self-declared pluviophile. That was our Bina. She loved rain. She loved to listen to the rain and the feeling that you get from the rain. And she was very into. She was a big fan of Jim Carrey. She was
Oh
very
yeah.
into Dolores Cannon. She loved the books
Yep.
and the philosophy of Dolores Cannon. She was a very spiritual person, very kind, very fair,
Yeah.
level-headed. I remember she said on several occasions throughout her life she wished that she had a friend like Data off Star Trek, so she could consult someone who was super logical. That she could, be like, this is the logical thing to do. She
Yeah.
had very logical, methodical, very organized. I think she organized for other people sometimes.
Yeah.
And she was a really cool person, a really unique individual, and will be sorely, sorely missed.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. She back when I first started, she said, "Whatever you do not go to Kiwi Farms," which is this. I don't know if you're aware. Do not go to Kiwi Farms. It's the dark web. Belinda, I'm telling you, do not go to the Kiwi Farms. She had me scared to death of kiwi farms, and now I'm friends with a lot of them actually. But she was like, "Don't you ever go to kiwi farms because if you read it and they say something about you, you're gonna be hurt." And I was like, I was scared to death of kiwi farms. Thanks, Sabina. Appreciate that.
She
but,
encouraged me to start a YouTube channel.
mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed talking with you guys and everything. And I was telling her, I was like, I wish we could all like be in contact. Really, she said, well, just make a channel, just go outside and
Yep.
film a tree or something and post it. Then we can find you. We can all
Mm-hmm.
find each other here on this platform. And so
Mm-hmm.
basically, I began YouTube for you guys, for Sabina and you and Kate and
Yep.
Little and all our group from back then.
Mm-hmm.
And we just made friends. And now, some of those people are really important to me. Like me and Kate, we
Mm-hmm.
talk every day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a fantastic community formed around Sabina.
Mm-hmm.
So many awesome people, to where I had a discussion with Sabina on more than one occasion about how do all of these really interesting, cool, intelligent, awesome people with these great senses of humor, and how do we all give a shit about this at the same
I
time?
know, I know, and even a lot of people don't know Alex is shook. Uh, it got his start. I think Sabina helped him when he first started. She really liked him, and he was in her chats all the time. And like you, I'm kind of wondering, like, how did we all come together, and why do we even care about this stuff? I don't know. Hey, Gigi, how
Yeah,
you doing?
yeah.
But I'm
She was
glad we
always
did.
real good about pushing people to start their own channel and to do what they love, like just do whatever it is that moves you and
Mm-hmm.
and and causes you to feel excitement or joy. Pursue that, just
Mm-hmm.
pursue it. And I'm so glad that I met her and was through her able to meet all you guys.
There's another one
So
in the
important.
chat, Miss. You remember Leslie Pritchard, Sabine, or Tennille? You remember Leslie? Leslie, I ain't seen you over in a long time. That's Nana Banana. Sadly,
Oh,
Nana Banana, Leslie, she passed away. Yes, ma'am. She did, and her sister did as well. Leslie's another one that's been around a long time. It's Nana Banana. I know if you seen her picture, you'd remember. She used to hang out with us all the time. But yeah, she passed away. What'd you say, Tennille? What, September 7th?
10th-ish.
The
That's when I got
10th?
the news.
Not
Yeah.
Nana Banana didn't die, Gigi. Sabina died. I'm talking about Nana Banana is,
I'm not exactly sure on the date, but that I think that's when I got the news.
yeah. Yeah, Leslie, she passed away. Yeah. Leslie is the good singer, yeah. But I remember, Leslie used to come over here and hang out, and Leslie does the karaoke to Neil. I don't know if you remember. And then we had what was it, Dagon Hills,
Daggin
that,
Hills. Yeah. Daggin
and
Hills.
then, oh, what was that one lady's name? Lady Bird? Oh my God, what was her name? She did crafts and she was Native American. I can't.
Oh, I remember her. I think I sent a painting to her.
Yeah, I think you did.
I'm trying to. Oh, I can't. I'm trying to remember her screen name.
I can't remember. She and her sister, yeah, Leslie. Her sister, Tennille said, had a heart attack like a week
Yeah, I
before
believe
Sabina.
so. She unexpectedly collapsed, was having trouble breathing, and yeah, I
And
believe
then,
eventually it was ruled a cardiac. Yeah.
are they pretty sure that Sabina had a heart attack as well?
Yeah, I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like out of the blue sky with her because she had been to the doctor and had a checkup like within a month or something. She was little worried about some swelling that she'd had in her feet and ankles and stuff. And so went and had that checked out. And the doctor, said she was okay. And they were looking for allergens that she might be allergic to.
Mm.
So it was
Mm-mm-mm.
really unexpected.
Yeah. Yeah, Judy, Jet Austin. You remember Jet Austin? I loved
I
Jet.
remember Jeanette, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen her in a long time, but yeah, she was another one that loved Sabina to death, and Sabina loved her. And but
And
yeah, I mean that happened.
Alex from Society. You remember Alex from
Yes.
Society?
Whatever happened to her?
Yeah, they were close. They were both over there. I think Alex was not too far geographically from Sabina in Germany,
Yeah, she used to talk
Bavaria.
about having lymphedema all the time, and I don't know. I don't remember. Does she still do videos?
No, at one point she'd had enough of Girl World and just stopped. And I
I
think
get
there's
it.
like one video on her channel, and she just got done. I asked Sabina about her one time because they kept in touch, and she said that her life is just better without YouTube in it.
Mm,
So
makes sense. Yes.
yes, it does.
Yep. Nana Banana says, was it Christina Whitefeather? Yes, that was her name, Christina
Yes,
Whitefeather. Yep.
yes.
Mhm. Hey Molly, how you doing?
I can't remember if I sent her a painting or not. There for a while, I sent paintings to like 25 different people. Whoever wanted one.
Hey, I
If
still
you
got
wanted one,
mine.
yes,
I
you
still got mine
did.
hanging all up in the living room, honey. Those poor paintings, and everybody just loves them. So, you know.
Yeah, I sent yours to you so quick. They's a little bit wet and kind of stuck to the wrapping paper, I believe.
No, they were fine. But you sent
But
me
you
all
craft
kinds of,
enough. You do that too.
you would send me all kinds of jewelry and stuff that you made, and I got a whole box full of it in there. Kaylee's been after me to let her have it to make, because Kaylee's going to open up, my daughter's going to do like an Etsy shop and make jewelry and stuff. She's like, Mom, you know that
Repurpose that
jewelry?
stuff, baby.
She's like, can I repurpose
Yeah.
that? You know? And I'm like, no.
You'll have to pick you out a couple of favorite pieces and let
Oh,
her have the
yeah,
rest.
of course. Yeah. Yeah. You're not getting my skulls or my owls or none of that. You're not getting it
Oh, I forgot to do that
because.
naughty math thing for you, didn't I? Yeah. I sent
But
Sabina some jewelry too. I sent her one of those bracelets with the owls on it
yeah,
and some earrings, but she didn't like wearing dangly earrings, so she wouldn't wear the earrings. But she had the bracelet. I think little Ozzy sent her a bracelet too
yeah.
from Australia with the charms on it, and uh, Sabina sent me a couple of Christmas cards in German, which I treasure. Um, that was really cool to receive a Christmas card
Oh
from
yeah,
Germany
yeah.
because
I
it's a
know.
big deal over there.
Didn't she have a hand in on the big? I use it to hang in my car, and you had to redo it. The owl
Yes, we all did.
pitched in,
About
and
like
she was part of that.
yeah,
Yeah.
like six of us had a hand in that. Sure did.
Yeah, they all got together and surprised me with this gorgeous. I use it to hang in my car, and I love it. And I've got that sucker, just everything rubbed off of it because when I drive, I take that, and that's how it broke. I wore it in too, so I had to send it back to Tennille to get it fixed, and she fixed it for me. But I love that thing. I love that thing. And now I was driving the other day, and I was looking at that, and I was thinking of Sabina and just how everything came together and how everything happened, and looking at back then and where we are now as far as YouTube and what I miss. She didn't fuck around with the drama, that goes on like over here like I do with all these people or
Right.
whatever. She didn't fuck around with that. And I remember her telling me last time I talked to her, and it'd been a long time, she told me I was too good for it. Too good for that. And I didn't need to wallow with the pigs. And I should have listened. I should have listened because she was always right.
She had an unconscious grace about her person.
Mm-hmm.
The way that she approached a situation. I'm not saying that she was not a hard bitch because Sabina could
Yeah.
be a hard bitch.
Yeah.
I'm saying that even in her most like raw kind of way, there was a kindness, there was an
Mm-hmm.
honesty, there was
Mm-hmm.
a strength of character behind, and she stood behind what she said.
Mm-hmm. I always respected that too. And Dorcas is in the
Yeah.
chat and says, wasn't it Sabina who started the unsubscribe challenge over Amberlyn? Yes.
Yes, she
Yes,
did.
yeah, Sabina did the unsubscribe challenge on Amberlyn because of Shrimpgate. Yes.
She sure did. With her sitting there, her obnoxious ass sitting there eating shrimp, talking about you ate my mama and you ate
Mm-hmm.
my daddy.
Uh-huh. I remember that. Yeah. Yeah. Shrimpgate. It's, damn it, Amber, it's where Amber ate a whole damn platter of cocktail shrimp.
Yeah. A party platter of cocktail shrimp. She sat there and ate it, talking about how nobody's the boss of her.
And then they had what was it, a GoFundMe for Becky's mom had cancer and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
it was a whole damn mess. And then Sabina just she stayed on Amber Lynn's ass. She called them what was it? She called them Kentucky
Oh, it was the KFC, Kentucky. Oh, what was that?
Kentucky Fried. Was it Kentucky Fried
Yeah,
Cunts? I can't remember.
yeah. See you next Tuesday. Yeah, yeah. Kentucky Fried. See you next Tuesday. Yeah, that was it. Uh-huh.
That was so fucking good.
Oh, she didn't
Yeah.
take that bitch no secret. But you know what? In the beginning, Sabina was rooting for Amber.
Oh yeah.
In, until she figured out who the hell that woman really is,
Mhm.
she was actually rooting for her, thinking, you could change your life. And even years into it, she was like, "Now's the time,
Yep.
Amber. You're deciding over and over again. You're making these choices 100 times a day. Now's the time to stop.
Mhm.
Be
Mhm.
sincere. Be authentic. You know, take responsibility for the things that you've said and put out here and monetized." And she wasn't like from the very beginning all against Amber. She
No.
was turned against her by Amber, like all of us were.
Mhm.
Because once you watch her for just a few videos, you're like, wait a minute, this is a terrible person right here.
Mhm. And
It's
like
not
you
hard,
said though, even
especially.
in the end, she still had hope for her.
Yes,
You
she had
know.
hope that she would, it was a tiny, tiny mustard seed.
Mhm.
But she would often in her videos say, you could choose, you could make a choice, you could turn it around.
Mhm.
But, after a while, it was just, you're just on the path to the incinerator, and still, I feel like she was just trying to maybe shock her or if not her, someone else who's headed down that road to be like,
Mhm.
it came from a good heart. It all came from a good heart, even though she could be really raw. I think it
Mhm.
all came from a good place.
I think so too. Because I think if Amber Lynn had started losing weight and getting her shit together, Sabina would have been very supportive of that. I remember her doing that actually a
Yeah,
couple
and
of
same with
times.
Mr. Snowflake. I think Sabina was a big fan of Mr. Snowflake, and I think that
Oh
she
yeah.
was he was actually trying to support Amber in the beginning and everybody was like, "Man, you don't understand." And he was
Mhm.
like, "Hey, she just needs positive instead of negative reinforcement. Let's try." And then we all see how that turned out. Epic Productions about what
Yeah.
a horrible person she
Yeah, I
is.
was gonna say now he's out here making documentaries on what a piece of shit she is.
Yeah. And
Mm-mm.
I mean, it can go on for episodes because
Mhm.
she has documented it all and has erased almost none of it. She's deleted almost none of it.
Yeah.
And so anybody can go back and see all the horrendous shit that she's done and said over the
Mhm.
years.
Mhm. Sugar Okie says, just got here. What happened to Sabine? Sugar Okie, Sabine passed away September 10th. So we're just getting together to see. Just
Talking about her.
just talk
Yeah.
about it. I don't know. I'm weird about this stuff, but just to kind of remember her and
For whoever's just
reminisce.
joining us, she was just my 2 cents. If you're in the reaction community and you're not quite sure who you're looking at,
Yeah.
that's
Let me.
Sabina.
I've got her
She was
channel
just my
pulled
two
up. Hold on.
cents.
Let
And
me
then she
paste
also
it.
had a personal channel, Voice in the Chaos.
Yeah, most people over here, those probably going to know her by that. Just my 2 cents
Right. That the
channel.
other channel was just her personal channel.
But she helped me out a lot when I first started. She shared out my channel and I don't know, helped me, get the confidence to live stream and to make videos. And, like I said earlier, I won't ever forget that. And I'm glad, I'm glad she did.
Yeah, me
Hemlock
too. She
Tea
made a
said,
big difference in my life. She introduced me
Now
to a lot of people that are really
you were better friends with her, than I was. Just to be honest, like you and her were closer than she and I.
well, me and Kel Bell and Aaliyah were like the three amigos there, the three stooges or
The
the
Three
three musketeers,
Musketeers.
whatever you want to call them. Uh, and we would often do chat videos, and it would go to the other three, like me and Sabina and Kel Bell and Aaliyah were all in a little friend group where we would do chat videos and share them with the other three. So that's how we had our little friend group there. That's how we got really close, was just sharing personal things about our life, how we're doing, how things are going, checking on the other ones, and that's the way I got to know her,
Mm-hmm.
was through our little videos like that. That we just over time developed this little system to where if we had anything to say or to catch up with or to bitch about or whatever, we
Yeah.
would just turn on the camera and we would do a video with in mind that it was going to those people, and we would just talk. So because of the different time zones and everything, it's three different countries. I think me
Yeah, I
and
know.
Kayla are the only ones here in the States. So it wasn't always convenient to do any kind of phone call or live chat or something. So
Yeah.
we'd have these one-sided conversations together. And it really developed into a very beautiful, warm friendship. We all really,
Yeah.
really do care about
You
each
s-
other.
you
And,
always
and
send me you always send me yours, and I enjoy them a lot. Whenever you'll send me some
yeah, keep my
sometimes
friends
and do
posted.
updates and about the
Yeah.
grandbabies and all that stuff. But you know what, Brenda Dunford? They come in here spamming the chat, so I had to time them out. Brenda, if you're a real person, you can't come in here and spam the chat, honey. I don't like that shit. Mm-mm. But don't
No,
look
we try
familiar
to have
to me.
them fun for our friends. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she wasn't saying nothing bad. It was just Joe, Joe, Joe. Who's Joe? Who the hell are you talking about? Tennille, I need you to can you comment in the chat so I can give you a wrench back too? By the way, because I had an issue over here. I don't think I give you your wrench back.
Let's see. Where are you? I was doing chat on my phone and it won't let me actually chat.
If you can't look it up, that's fine. But yes, Sabina, she was also a moderator over here for a very long time on my channel. And one day, I'm going to tell a tale on her because if you're a moderator, you can go through on comments and pick out comments. I lost you, Tennille. You'll have to click on the link again and come back. But she was going through my comments and weeding out any negative comments on my videos so that I wouldn't see it and get upset. And I said, Tennille, you don't, or Sabina, you don't have to do that. And she was like, yes, I do. I don't want your feelings hurt. So she was really protective over me and stuff like that. And I just remember that fondly. But I had to get on to her, and I threatened. I was like, I'll take your damn wrench. Oh, Tennille, you got a wrench. Okay, all right, hold on. I'll put the link back in the chat so you can click on the link there and come back up if you want to. Um, yeah, Kate. Kate, I still got the sheepskin rugs you sent me. One of them's behind me right now, actually. And I love it so much. I love both of them. She sent me two. Kate H. She's been here a long time. She sent me two sheepskin rugs. I love them. I grifted them. That's what happened. Because, that's what I do. I grift everything. Right, David Amber, it's good to be loved. It is. And really, that's why I wanted to talk about Sabina, is that we got, as far as my community over here, I've got her to thank for that. You know? And, because she taught me into going live, she taught me into making videos, and oh, I see you, Tennille. I'm gonna grab you.
No.
There you go. There
Yeah,
you go.
definitely.
Yeah, I thought I took your wrench. I couldn't fucking remember. We had a situation over here. I'll tell you about it. I think I told you about it, but I don't remember. Damon Amber says, I never watched her. The wonderful guy saying about her, and they said, yo, she was a damn good person, Damon Amber. Damon Amber is a good friend of mine, Tennille. She gets accused of pissing on rugs.
But that happens to the best of us,
I
darling.
know, right? Happens to the best of us, honey. Mm-mm-mm.
Oh,
But, yeah, she, let's see. I'm going to try to find, hold on. I have it linked to Neil's channel. Let me see if I
ain't
can.
hardly nothing on there these days, y'all. Just been posting little videos of my cats every 2 weeks or
Cats.
so nobody will think I've disappeared.
Crazy cat lady over here. No, I'm just
Oh
kidding.
yeah, I got 5 of them suckers.
She's got one named Norma Jean. That is my spirit animal. Okay?
Oh yes. Sabina
Norma
loved Norma
Jean.
Jean too. She
She
said
is.
she was the queen of cool, that she was just
Mm-hmm.
very zen and very, she had like a very relaxed vibe. She ought to. She'll be 22 years old at
I
Christmas. She's
know.
well over
Yeah.
100.
Yeah.
She is an old girl.
Yeah. That's why I was like, that's my spirit animal right there. But I bet you don't. I bet you don't fuck with Norma Jean though. Them other
Oh
cats. I
no,
bet they
nobody
don't fuck with
puts
Norma
Norma
Jean.
Jean. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah. Go over
Absolutely. She
there.
runs this place.
Go over there and sub up to Tennille. I put her link in the chat and hang out. She don't do the girl world drama, none of that stuff. She's just chilling, enjoying life, and not
No.
wasting time with fucking dumbasses. Okay,
I
she
put
don't.
my toes in it. Stinky stink for a while. And you know what? It gets me worked up because I do feel strongly about it. So I do react strongly about it. So when
Yeah, I know.
it feels like I'm wasting my energy. Like
Mm-hmm.
I have limited energy now. After you get a little older,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
you
don't
just
give a fuck no
don't
more.
have, yeah, you don't have the energy to do everything that you want to do. And it
You.
feels like expending energy on Amber, or even worse, Chantel,
Mm-hmm.
is just like a waste of my energy. I could be putting that to something that doesn't make me so pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
Because I get in that world and I'll get to feeling like, I don't know, stressed and pissed. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, this ain't good for me. I'm going to
Yeah, it's
step
not.
out.
It's not. It's not. Luckily, I can, log in, and then sometimes I'll have to take a break, for like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I just did that recently. Like I'll just take a break. It's whatever, because
it's important to
I
do
know
that.
myself well enough to know that I need to do that.
Uh-huh.
But I
Yeah,
remember
because too much of that.
Tennille back in the day when I first started getting into the drama side of it. Do you remember you came into the comment section and got into it with somebody
Oh, I
over
think so.
me
Yes,
on my
yeah.
comments, and you messaged me. I was
Yeah.
like, Belinda, I didn't mean to. I was like,
Yeah, you
I was
said
like, let them
you
have
say
it.
whatever the hell you want in them comments, girl.
Let them have it.
Yeah, people are so weird. Yeah, there are some weird people in this world.
Yeah,
But I tell you, Sabina was one of the best. She could give constructive criticism, and hey, it might sting, but only because it was true. And it come, like I said, it come from a good place. She's a sweet, sweet person inside.
yeah,
I really enjoyed talking to her. She always had a very clear picture, point of view.
yeah,
Uh, and she's a very spiritual person, which I'm not. I've not read any of the works of Dolores Cannon, and I'm not a very, what Sabina would call it. It's a bit too airy fairy for me,
yeah.
but
She was kind of into the
energy and
stars in
vibes and
Gatorade and retro
friendships.
stage and Gatorade and all that, and I was like,
Yeah,
girl,
like when Mars is in retrograde, she said,
mm-hmm,
"I'm not." Now I don't know about this stuff, but she would not make any like major decisions or anything because she
yes,
felt like it affected her. It affects the way that things are moving in the universe when certain planets are doing certain things. And I know she was really a very spiritual person, very attuned to that type of thing. Um, it was very interesting to listen to her. I didn't always agree with her or really understand everything that she was into, but it was always fascinating listening to
yeah,
her
yeah,
view. on live and etc. All the
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
that go along with that. And I console myself that my friend's not with me anymore because
Mm-hmm.
now she knows. She knows what's on the other side of that
I
curtain.
know.
She wondered, and now she wonders no longer. She knows. She is
Mm-hmm.
experiencing whatever it is out there for all of us to experience. She is now experiencing that.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that she had an open heart and an open mind and would be able to really feel fulfilled and enjoy the experience of what comes after this life.
Yeah. I wonder if, let's say, God forbid, Amber Lynn kicked the bucket, how that would work out in the afterlife now. I could see Sabina
I
being
don't
like,
think they'd
see,
end
I
up in the
told
same
you.
place. I don't think they would ever meet. They would not wind up in the same
Well,
place.
Sabina's luck. He'd be like, oh shit, there that stupid bitch is.
Right?
I hate her. Mm-mm-mm. Hey Lex, how you doing, darling? How are you? Yeah, she was, I don't know, she was quirky, but see, I don't know. I wouldn't know how to, I don't
Be
describe her. Like, just quirky, but good hearted, but also a bitch. I don't know,
yeah,
you know? I
yeah.
mean, she could be.
She was a great person, and she could be a hard bitch. I loved
Mm-hmm.
her. I love that in someone because
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
one of those people that I don't like people who say a bunch of pretty words. Tell me what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
Just say. That's what I
Yeah,
want to just say.
same.
All this dancing around bullshit. I would rather someone give me some hard facts that don't feel good than to give me the
Mm-hmm.
runaround and not tell me
Same.
what's
Same. Because I'm
up.
so,
In the chat, she says she also would help so many people with kind words, actions, and hugs, and it seemed to
mm-hmm.
really help people that needed it the most. Yeah, and this was true online and in real life. She often told stories of how when she was a receptionist, how all of the huge river of humanity that flowed through that building, almost every one of them would stop and touch base with her and
Mm-hmm.
need that little personal moment, which she would give of herself. She would give the energy out there to ask about their person, their situation, their health, or whatever. She
Mm-hmm.
remembered each person and cared and took just a moment every day to make everybody feel important and seen and
Mm-hmm.
noticed.
True. I remember I used to love it when she would do her after work rants. You remember those?
Oh yes, about team leader. I would be
Yes,
like,
team
fuck team
leader.
leader. No, let's kick team leader in the ass. I can't stand team leader.
I was just, oh, team leader. I was like, I don't know this person, but I hate that son of a
Oh
bitch.
yes, I
Whoever.
hated her team leader. I wish awful things on that woman I'd never met.
Mm-hmm. Bell says
But
Sabine and I talked a lot about Dolores Cannon books and the afterlife. Mm-hmm.
yeah, so you're probably very much more knowledgeable about that, Kel, than I would be because I've never read anything by
Yeah,
Dolores
me
Cannon.
either.
Although I've watched a couple videos of her speaking,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, she was always fascinated because my dad, he's a Baptist preacher, and she would always ask me, stuff like that. And I would tell her some things about how, grew up strict and all that stuff. And she was like, she never really agreed with that strict kind of religion, or she
mhm.
didn't seem to. Um,
I believe she was brought up Catholic, but then
mm-hmm.
later in life
Yeah.
decided to leave the church. I
Yeah.
remember that was one of the things that was on her list of to do when she was in Germany was to take care of that she didn't want to be an active member anymore.
Yeah. And like us too, if I remember correctly, Sabina was always kind of on a weight loss journey as well, just like us.
Well, she
I
did make a lot.
remember.
She said she had she ate to modify her emotional state, and she was
Yep.
aware of that. And
Mm-hmm.
she smoked cigarettes, and
Yep.
she used it to self medicate her ADD. And she never made any excuses
No,
for
she
that.
didn't.
This is
Yeah.
me. This is what I am. This is what I do.
Yeah.
She didn't apologize for it and was very upfront with all of her personal choices in life, which
Mm-hmm.
I really respect. If
Me
you're going to
too.
do something, balls out, do it. If not, then
Me
don't.
too. I was like, yeah, I smoke cigarettes. It's whatever, You better be. Some
Yeah.
people better be glad I smoke.
Ain't that the truth? Boy, what would we be like without our little crutches, huh?
Yeah, Yeah,
I wouldn't
Kelbell
want to be
says,
around myself.
no, God, me neither. Kelly says, oh, that team leader rant stuff. I used to love it. It's like team leader.
Yeah, yeah. Well, she give that team leader hell, and I tell you what, I think she would have been a hell of a team leader. That she
Mm-hmm.
was misused in reception. That
Oh,
she
yeah.
had so much more to offer. But then there's that thing that you don't want to give too much because they'll let you do all that you will
Oh,
do.
hell
Don't start
yeah.
something you don't want to keep up, kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll
But
take
she couldn't
advantage of
help
you.
it. She was a self-proclaimed empath, and she couldn't
Mm-hmm.
help but reach out to people and feel their feelings. And she didn't care if it was the CEO or the lady who scrubbed the toilet. She felt
Yeah.
exactly the same as
Yeah.
every person.
Yeah. Now, was she still working?
No,
Or,
she had stopped working at that job. So thank God she had at least a little time to be herself for a little while.
so she was
Because
able to
you're right,
retire?
Chris, she worked her ass off at that job.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah, I
Rachel.
remember. Yeah. Hey, Rachel, how you doing, darling? How are you? Lex says, right, do not meet me in the morning without my coffee. Me too. I'm drinking my coffee now, honey. My coffee and my cigarettes, because I'm a bitch. You know,
Yeah,
I
I
need to
think my
quit
name is
smoking.
Sadie's a bitch.
I
My name is
know.
Sadie Bitch, and let's modify that to exist.
Yeah, I know that I need to quit smoking. Maybe I need to take this as a sign to quit. I don't know. My grandpa's died with lung cancer and everything, but I'm still sitting here puffing away. You know what I'm saying? It's just,
And nurses and doctors are the worst. We're the
yeah.
worst
Mm-hmm.
because can't tell a nurse or a doctor anything they don't already know. They're
Mm-hmm.
choosing and choose it every
Mm-hmm.
time with full knowledge. I do it too. I mean, I worked in a nursing home where I saw the end stages of emphysema, COPD.
Yep.
I know what I'm doing to myself, and I
Mm-hmm.
still do it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I smoke and then I'll vape, and hell, that ain't no damn better.
Yeah, the vaping, my son, he got me a vape and he was like, "Well, try this." And it was horrible. I don't obviously know how to use a vape because it hurt my chest and
Yeah.
everything. So
Yeah.
I'm not doing it right.
Yeah.
And yeah,
No, I
so
think they're worse. I think they're worse on you. I don't know.
it seems
Like,
that maybe they're a different kind of bad. I
yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. Lex says she quit smoking recently. It sucked, but if you're finally out, yeah.
Congratulations. I
Yeah.
quit for about 2 years on two different occasions. I put them down for about 2 years. When my son was really active in high school in the band, I didn't want to be that mom sneaking off and smoking, on the band
Yeah.
trips.
Yeah.
And, now they don't let anybody smoke on campus. So I'd have to like walk across the street away from
Mm-hmm.
where we were doing, to have a
Mm-hmm.
cigarette. And that was embarrassing. And I didn't want my kid to be the one that had the smoking mom. So I quit while we were all being a big band mom and everything. But it eases back into my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I can
Kelly.
see the chat. I can see the chat, Kelly. I
Yeah,
am
she can
looking
see it.
into it.
Yeah. I just didn't want to have her on camera, because, you get harassed to death with these weirdos over here. Didn't want to have Tennille on camera or B. And I'm glad I didn't, because some dumbass, I didn't say anything about it, come up and showed their dick behind the scenes. So that was great. We wonder who the hell
Oh,
that
that's
was.
lovely. Well, thanks for the protection. Then I'm not used to swimming in these dirty water, sis.
Bullshit. No, I'm just kidding. Tennille is a beautiful
Um,
name, by the way. Yes, it is. She's named after
um,
Captain Tennille, right?
yes, I'm named after Tony Tennille, the singer of the '70s love group Captain and Tennille,
Mm-hmm.
who, here's a little trivia, divorced in their late '70s, early '80s.
Are you serious?
Love did not keep them together. But yeah, I'm named after Tennille, Captain and Tennille. That's
Captain and
me.
Tennille, yep.
And
Mm-hmm.
I'm so old now that I can tell how old you are if you say that when you meet me. Nobody knows who Captain and Tennille is now. If you're not Gen
Oh,
X or
I
older,
know. I
you don't
know.
know about that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Donna says, was it at least a nice dick? No.
It seems the ones that are so eager to show are
Yeah.
always such a disappointment.
Yeah. It's like, no. It was a tragic situation, if you know what I'm saying. I guess. I don't know. Tennille has the cutest cats. Yes, she does. Norma Jean is my spirit animal.
I have one that is exceptionally old and one that is exceptionally large. He might be part Maine Coon. We don't know. But he's over 20, I think he's over 21 pounds now.
What's his name?
Naboo.
Oh, Naboo. I was thinking it
Yeah.
was Howard, but I'm like, no,
Yeah,
Howard's old. She got a
we
cat
named a
named
lot. We got
Howard.
that.
She got a cat named
Yeah,
Naboo that just showed up one day, right, at your house.
uh-huh. Yes. And he
Was that
was
the motherfucker that
tiny.
bit you? No.
No, that was a feral stray that I was feeding. Yeah, he bit the shit out of me
Yeah,
too.
she got tore up. Yeah, I remember Naboo. Now, he was tiny, and like
He
he had
was
some health issues and everything, and she just doctored him right up, and now he's 20
giant.
pound.
Over 20 pounds. Yeah, he's
Jesus.
giant. He's bigger than grandson. He's huge.
Does he have the
But
Maine Coon features though, like the ears and the?
no, he's just a big ginger. He's just a big ginger
I was gonna
kitty.
say,
He
yeah, I
doesn't
know
have the tiger stripes. He
he's the
has
orange
weird
tabby. Is what
giraffe
we.
looking.
Yeah, he's got some weird patterns on him too. Like,
Yeah, they look like giraffe spots or kind of like cheetah rosettes or something.
yeah, yeah. I was gonna say too, for those of you that don't know, Tennille's husband Slim is the one that drew my little Oscar that I use all the time. You're talking about
Oh, and Belinda,
talent.
I've been meaning to tell you that he got an iPad Pro and he switched that drawing over to the iPad and he's finishing it up. He's probably working on it now.
Are you serious?
Yes, and he'll be able to work lots faster in that studio while he's
Oh,
learning how to do the iPad Pro, and it's amazing.
yeah.
Uh,
That man can draw, honey. I ain't never. It was my sister can draw the same way, but Slim has this way of. He put so much detail into that drawing for me of Oscar,
yes.
and all I did was send him a couple of pictures. I sent them to Tennille. She gave him to Slim. That's his nickname, and he's a hillbilly too, right from the.
Very much so. Pure hillbilly stock, girl. Y'all are probably related somewhere.
Probably, probably. But he put so much time and detail in that, and wouldn't take a penny for it. Would not even talk about it, and it's just he's just creative as hell, and I appreciate it. And I tell everybody, I've told Tennille too. I said he needs to get a channel and do art on his channel.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. He was so excited when one of your stickers got in New York at that
Oh
art.
yes, uh huh,
Yes, that was very exciting to have some
yeah.
of his work way up there like that.
Yep, yep, it is. Everybody's got stickers, and Slim drew them. So, yeah, the little emojis in the
Yeah,
chat,
there he was in
those.
the chat.
That's it.
That's
And
his.
he left the little hat
Mhm.
blank so I could write different stuff on it, and I couldn't have asked for a more perfect job. He did exactly how I just pictured. I don't know, like he read my damn mind through Tennille. I don't know how it happened, but it was just perfect. I was like, I want a badass
Yeah,
Oscar with a trucker hat on. That's a hillbilly. Now, there you go.
there you go.
Awesome.
Kelly, I haven't heard from Sarah. I haven't been personally in contact with her, but Aaliyah told me, and Aaliyah wanted to be here, but she was unable to come today. It's
Yeah.
it's the day that she doesn't do stuff. Um, but she Sarah was supposed to be working today at like 11, so I think she was going to try and listen or pop in
Hmm.
real quick. So um, I don't know if she was able to get here or not. I haven't seen her.
Yeah. Yeah, we just, like I said, as far as the GoFundMe, it looks like she's met her goal. We just wanted to come together and just show Sabina a little bit of respect, in my opinion. I
Yeah,
think she
yes,
deserves it. She means a lot to us as people that's been here a long time on this side of the damn internet.
yeah. If it wasn't for COVID and Sabina, none of this would have happened.
Yeah.
I don't think any of this would have happened, at least on my end. I wouldn't have had a channel. I wouldn't have met any of you. Um, it
Yeah.
absolutely was down to Sabina encouraging me and pushing me to reach out. And I remember specifically one time we were talking about like my situation, and my husband was working long graveyard shifts and
Mm-hmm.
sleeping all day. So I was here alone a lot
Mm-hmm.
during it. the COVID
I
time.
remember, yeah.
He was a necessary worker, so they were pushing those
Yep.
necessary workers real hard. You were too, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so I was here, and I live in the middle of nowhere. So I was here, just me and these cats, most of the time. Even if he was here, he was normally sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
So I started going on YouTube and just kind of wasting time looking at things and browsing around. I'd never really been on there much or done anything on there. And like I said, I found Sabina through Amber looking for like diet inspiration.
Yeah.
And Sabina opened up this whole other community, and there was you. I mean, I'm not going to start naming people off because I'll
Yeah.
forget somebody and hurt their
Yeah.
feelings or
Same.
whatever. But we had Redneck Hippie and you
Oh,
and me, and
yeah. What had
yeah, and
happened to her?
She's Goose Chuck now. She does Chantel. I wouldn't say reactions, commentaries maybe. Um,
She's
she's
the one
called
that I
Goose
stole
Chuck.
that line from, rhino cunt bitch. You know, she called her a rhino cunt.
Yeah, so and I remember
She had the
her
farm,
telling
right?
me,
Like she was out on like a farm or something. Is that the same
yeah,
person?
she's a horse person. She's a
Yes.
horsewoman. Yeah,
Yes.
she's a horse person. That's a very specific kind of person.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, Sabina told me at the end of one of our talks one time, she said, well, I'm glad I was able to relieve some of your loneliness, make it where you weren't so lonely.
Oh.
And I hadn't even thought about it, but I was lonely, and she
Mm-hmm.
did. And
Mm-hmm.
it was nice. And she
Yeah.
was nice. And
Yeah.
I'm blessed to have met her and known
Me
her.
too. Me too. Very blessed. You know, she
Oh
always.
my gosh, Lexi says, "See him draw Belinda on a riding lawnmower."
Oh God,
Oh,
that's they say
that'd
I
be
grifted a.
fun.
They say I grifted a lawnmower, so have him draw a fat hillbilly, redheaded, on a lawnmower.
I believe he could manage that.
Oh hell yeah, he could. All right, so I guess I'm gonna go.
This is,
To Neil,
I'm
I'm gonna.
sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I appreciate you coming up, and this has been fun. And I just wanted everybody to, put some love in the chat for Sabina and family.
Definitely. I
And
just
if you
want to put out
can,
there that, yeah.
go ahead and donate to the GoFundMe. They have met their goal. However, anything extra can be used. I'm sure.
Of course, because they have, her daughter and niece now have their grandparents overseas. So, any additional funds would be used for, their care or travel to see about them or memorials for their mothers, something like that. So just because they met their goal doesn't mean that a little extra might not be really appreciated.
True. So I wonder what's going to happen with the parents now.
Well, Sabina was talking about perhaps just releasing their responsibility and care to the state. So
It
as
would
the
be like a
girls are
nursing
over
home
here,
over here or whatever.
yeah,
So
it'd be
yeah,
like it'd be Medicare patients.
yeah,
So with the girls having their own lives over here in the States, I don't see how they would, even if they wanted to, be able to be responsible for their care and signing off on things.
yeah. True.
They'd have to have somebody'd have to have the proxy over there in that country anyway.
True. But yeah, Sarah, she might have to travel. That's Sabina's daughter. She might have to travel, back and forth. So anything donated would be gladly appreciated. And I love you, Sabina, and I miss you. And you're going to be missed. And
So
anything you
missed.
want to add to that, Tennille?
Just that I'm really grateful to have met this woman and been a part of her life and had her a part of my life, and that I am better because I had known her.
Same. Same. Well, thanks, everybody. I appreciate you coming and hanging out with us. And I've enjoyed it. Thank you to Neil for coming up. I appreciate you. I will text you later. And guys, I'm going to go and take this dog outside. He heard us talking about him. So now he thinks he's Slim is not going to draw you again, sir. Okay, shut up. But thanks. I appreciate you,
Well,
Tennille. Thanks
I
to
just
everybody
want
in
to
chat.
say
Oh,
one
go
more
ahead.
thing,
Go ahead.
just one more thing, and then I'll get off here. Just in remembrance of Sabina, to all of you guys who knew her and cared about her. you see?
Oh, now I'm gonna cry. Thank you. I love you. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody. I appreciate you. Bye, y'all.